and welcome to today's reflection. Today we are going to look at our lectionary reading, our New Testament reading set for today, which is Acts 9, and it's a very famous story in Acts. It is the conversion of Saul to Paul on the road to Damascus. I think most of us can probably agree that when we hear God speak to us, or when we are aware of God's prompting and nudging, it's not quite as dramatic as this event which is written here in Acts. But as we're reading these verses, I wonder if you can think of the different ways that perhaps God has nudged you or prompted you or helped to guide you over your life. So I'm going to read to you Acts 9, starting at verse 3. Now Paul was going along and approaching Damascus. Suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. He fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to him, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" He asked, "Who are you, Lord?" And the reply came, "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. But get up and enter the city. You will be told what you are to do." The men who were travelling with him stood speechless, because they heard the voice but saw no one. Saul got up from the ground, and though his eyes were open, he could see nothing. So they led him by the hand and brought him into Damascus. For 3 days he was without sight. He neither ate nor drank. And I think in just those few short verses, we can hear how obvious the call was on Saul's life, and how he was given direct guidance. He was told exactly what to do, what would happen. And we can really see the hand of God at work here in his conversion. And I think in our own lives, it is never quite so obvious as that, and we never quite get that such clear guidance. But God does speak to us still today, perhaps in the words of others, maybe in something that you read. It could be in Lucy's little Bible quotations that she puts up every day on Facebook. That perhaps God just nudges you and makes you think about something, or perhaps in your own private Bible study, or maybe when you're praying, or perhaps, for me especially, it's just that ongoing niggle that you know you should do something, that God is prompting you to do, or speak to someone, or to be somewhere to help somebody else. So just over the next few minutes, I wonder if you could just take some time to think about how God might be speaking to you today. What is that gentle nudge and that prompt? And who is it that perhaps you should be in contact with, or perhaps something you should do or say? So just allow God to speak to you in the stillness. Amen.